Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Roji, your computer teachers. Today I'm the going to teach you the attributes of data frame with the help of example. What are the attributes of data frame? We will discuss today with the help of practicals, means Python software. So we will use the Spider notebook for determines the attributes of data frame. Now I'm sharing the Spider notebook and we will discuss the various attributes of data frame. Suppose the data frame is DF. First of all, I want to display you the data frame. Name of the data frame is DF. Now we will display the data frame. So the data frame is having the three columns, that is populations, hospitals and schools, and four row, and the row name is Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. Means row index level is Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai. Now we will discuss the attributes of this data frame. In previous class, we have already discussed the attributes of data frame. So one by one, we will discuss the attributes of data frame. What are the attributes? First attribute is an index attributes. Now we will discuss the print print df dot index. First attribute is df dot index. Index attributes give the row labels of data frame. So let's see the output of these attributes. Now the index attributes returns the Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai. Means the index name of the data frame. In the data frame, the index name is Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Second attributes is the first one is index, and second attribute is a columns attributes. Now we discuss df dot columns. Let's see the output of this queries, means what will be the output. So the columns of data frame is populations, hospitals and schools. Populations, hospitals and schools. These three columns. So index attributes returns the row label and columns attributes returns the columns of a data frame. Next is the next attribute is columns attributes and index attributes we have already discussed. Now the access attributes and D-type attributes of data frame. Let's see the output of the access attributes. So df dot access, df dot access attributes means what will be the value of access attributes. Now we execute the program, means access attributes returns the access value row or column value, means both the values. Access means 0 and 1. 0 means row and 1 means column. So access attributes returns the row and columns of a table data frame. Now we will discuss the another attributes, that is the D-type attributes. D-types attributes returns the data types of each data types of data in a data frame. So the population means populations columns store the data in integer format. Hospitals columns also store the data in integer format, and school columns also stores the data in the integers format. So the access D types attributes determines the data types of a columns. Now another attributes of the data frame is size attributes. Now we will use the size attributes. Df dot size attributes means the size attributes returns the value of a data frame. Now let's see the value of a data frame. Total value is 12. In the size attribute returns the row and columns, total row and columns value. But in our data frame, there are 4 row and 3 columns. So total number of value in data frame is 12. So the size attributes returns the 12. That is the how many values in a data frame. Next attributes in data frame is a shape attributes, length attributes. Let's discuss the shape attributes. So when we use the shape attributes, it will returns the shape of a data frame. Shape of a data frame means the number of row and number of columns representing in the form of tuples. So shape attributes returns the total number of row and columns of a data frame. So in this case, there are 4 row and 3 columns. So shape will be the 4, 3. Then the value will be the 4, 3. So shape attribute determines the shape row and column in the form of tuples. Next attributes is the attribute is a length attributes. Means length attributes. What will be the result of length attributes? So in length attributes, we will use the print length, and here we providing the data frame, and it returns the total number of row in a data frame. So the len means the 4 row present in a data frame. So len attributes in the syntax for using the len attribute is different from the other attributes. Here we are using the first len, and under the argument we are passing the data frame. So len attributes determine the total number of row in a data frame. Next attributes is a transposing attributes. Means transposing attributes returns the row, convert the row of a data frame into columns and column of a data frame into row. So let's use the transporting the data frame. Print tf dot t. Only we will use the T. T attributes converts the row into columns and columns to row. Here the column is populations, hospitals and school, and row is Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata. Now the column becomes the Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, and row becomes the population, hospitals and school. So this is the transposing of our data frame. Means make the row into columns and columns into the row. So this is an transposing data frames. Another attribute is a count attributes. Means df dot count. Count attributes count the row and columns. Count attributes counts the row and columns. So when we pass the 0 along with the count attributes, parameter means the 0 attribute. When we pass the 0 in a parameter as a parameters, then it will count the total number of row in particular column. Means under the populations, total number of row is 4. Under the hospitals, total number of row is 4. And under the school, total number of row is 4. Means count functions along with the 0 argument, it returns the total number of row. And when we will pass 1 as an argument of count function, then it will returns the total number of column. So when we pass the argument as a 1, that it returns the total number of column. Means in Delhi, total number of column is 3, Mumbai, total number of columns is 3, and so on. So students, the count functions returns the number of row and number of columns. Means in count function, we will pass two value, 0 or 1. 0 means it will count the total number of row, and 1 means it will count the total number of columns. Now, in next class, we will discuss the how to access the data frame. So students, next class, so first of all, we will define the accessing data frame with the help of theoretical concept. Then we will explain you with the help of practicals. Okay, students, thank you.